I was biking the other day to go film a video, and I was asking myself a question. Will I ever be content? I decided I was happy. In my day-to-day life, I wasn't sad. But I was wondering, why am I not content? I've been reading the book Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, which is a very good book. And I was comparing his life to mine, and everything kind of slapped me in the face. If you've read the book, you know that David Goggins had a really messed up childhood. So, that plane's going by, and normally when I'm filming a video, I think, so annoying, so loud, now I have to stop, and I just realized we can change our perspective with that. We can think, that plane is beautiful. I mean, it's insane how it works. I mean, it's hundreds of thousands of pounds, it's flying through the air, it's like magic. It's very fascinating if you think about it. You can always just change your perspective to think, oh, that's really, really cool. Not, seriously, thanks for ruining my video. Anyway, if you've read the book, you know that David Goggins had a really messed up childhood. His dad beat him and his family. Mine didn't. His mom and him lived in poverty. I didn't live in poverty. He couldn't focus in school because of all of the problems he was facing at home and of his mental health. I can, and I don't face those kinds of problems. And I decided I need to take a step back, observe my life kind of from a bird's eye point of view, and realize, holy shit, I saw that I have everything I could ever possibly need. I mean, I have a good family. I have good friends. I have food on the table. I have a roof over my head, and I've never once had to worry, am I gonna have food tonight? Not that I know of. Or once had to worry, am I even gonna be in this house in the next 6 months? I have clean water. I go to a good school. There's not a single thing that I don't have that I don't need. And yet, it still felt like something in my life was missing. After all, I wasn't content. And this was because I was making money from YouTube, and I realized I wanted more money. I had all of this stuff, and my brain, I guess me, couldn't be happy because I wanted more money from YouTube. There are people out there that are not sure if they're gonna have a meal to eat tonight, and I hadn't been grateful for the meal I was eating in I don't know how long. It really puts things into perspective of what you have when you take a second to think about it. And this is what I say is the biggest mistake I've made in a very long time. My mistake was not being grateful. And since then, around 2 weeks ago, I've been so much happier, so much more content. That contentment I was looking for came to me with gratitude. Gratitude? Because I felt and truly felt grateful for the things I have in my life, those things I just listed to you, that are just human rights in a way, but not everyone has it. And that money game I was playing before of wanting more money paled in comparison to what I already had. I just wasn't seeing it. I'm sure you felt this way before. If something feels missing from your life and you just can't place your hand on it. Maybe you're sad you don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or that you didn't get invited somewhere. But when's the last time you took a step back and appreciated your friends, your family? Maybe like me, you were upset you weren't making as much money as you wanted. But when was the last time you took a step back and when one, we're grateful that you were making any money at all, and two, that money isn't a concern, assuming it's not for you as it isn't for me. The money I'm making is just adding on to my money. It's not like I need the money to survive. The Buddha said desire is the root of all suffering, and this thing I was desiring, more money, blinded me from what I already had. And since I realized this, I've been so much happier. Don't get it confused, because I'm not saying don't be ambitious and have goals. If you want to make more money, or if you want to be more attractive, or if you want that person to like you, that's okay. That's normal, that's good. I'm just saying don't let those desires cover up your gratefulness for what you already have. Let's do a simple gratuity practice right now. Write in the comments right now something you are grateful for. There were just brutal wildfires in Hawaii, the worst wildfires ever in the United States. I think over 100 people died, thousands are misplaced, and thousands more are nowhere to be found. People's houses got burnt down, and loved ones and pets died. So if you haven't been grateful for your pet still being around, or you having a home and a roof to sleep under, right now is our chance to really feel the gratuity. And as we write our comment, if that's what you want to do, if you want to journal, that's okay too. Just the comment will help my video get shared to more people. Really be present as you write it. Try to truly feel gratefulness. Don't just write it to write it. We need to be conscious of our writing, to really let it stick in. Because of course we need to be grateful that we have a roof to sleep under tonight. thousands of people don't. Millions. There is something in your life every day that might even seem like a nuisance that you can be grateful for. It is hot as hell in Florida where I am, humid too. It's probably 93 degrees right now, feels like 100 and something. And I complain about it. I'm like, it's so hot, I wanna live somewhere colder, this is miserable. There is sunshine 99% of the days, maybe 100. The only time we don't have full sunshine is like 3-5 days of the year. There's nowhere in the world that probably has the amount of sunshine that Florida gets. I don't like school, you might know this. I don't want to go to school, I think it kind of wastes my time. But again, thousands, maybe millions of people don't have access to an education at all. There are women in other countries that fight their government for the right or to be allowed to go to school in the first place. And here I am complaining about it. Everything you kind of dislike, maybe you can turn into gratuity, like I'm doing with school. I don't want to go to school, but at least I have the choice if I want to. Some people fight for that. Maybe my mother cooked something and I didn't like it. You know, our parents used to always say, eat, because someone out there doesn't have a meal. And they're right. Gratuity is the key to happiness. It doesn't come from an external source. It really comes from within. We've been deceived so many times by looking for validation and pleasure and happiness from a nice car, nice clothes, a girl, a boy, when we've forgotten just to feel within gratefulness for anything. But if you were to write in your journal once a day that maybe you do want a really nice car, or you do want that girl or boy, but you're grateful that you have friends, that you can have a bed to sleep in, that your house has AC, maybe, because I'm really grateful for that. When I go on vacation and the house doesn't have AC, I don't know how y'all do it in Europe, but to be grateful for everything, key to happiness. Once we're grateful, we're not chasing anything to fill this hole in our heart. We can kind of chill out, be present. It feels great. Life can feel like a game of whack-a-mole sometimes. One problem comes up, you whack it, get rid of it. But of course, another problem comes up. Bam. Another one, bam. And then you see an advertisement for a nice pair of shoes. Bam. Oh, what about that car? Obviously, that's just a desire popping up because most people don't have the money to just go buy a car. But you see where I'm going with this. Item after item, problem after problem shows up in our life. And we forget to be grateful for what we have that we haven't been grateful in so long. Take a step back, turn your phone off. Be grateful that you have anything at all. Maybe even a phone that I have spoke against so many times. But you know what? I'm grateful for a phone. I can call whoever I need. I can text whoever I need or want to talk to. That's never been able to be done in human history. I can record and spread a message for thousands of people that might make their day better or help them in a way. It's beautiful. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Coaching calls in the description.